Streets of Fighters and all that. Yeah,
Are these official?
You grab you with my junk, I'm gonna get punchy.
Who's the king of smoothies?
Dang, this junk like really popping now.
Shut your ass.
Yeah, man. Because you just said we could play like this, right? I didn't think about that. See, I don't even be thinking about all the stuff you can do with the junk. And I got the junk, and I'm supposed to be, all right, look, I ain't no resident expert. You know, I'm just a fanboy, and that's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? You know, so
We're not,
I ain't no resident expert.
I ain't no game developer.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I'm just been rocking with Nintendo since you could rock with Nintendo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just play the damn thing. So today we get into the unofficial review of the Switch itself. Now I know we talked about it. Those were our initial impressions. Impressions, you know what I'm saying? Now this is the review. Now and then review, you know, just a few weeks in, we can't. A year later, the review gonna be different. Then we'll come back and get the yearly review. You know what I'm saying?
What kind of scale we using, man? Like,
we gonna come up with our own scale, man. So 0 be like Wackington DC, right?
Yeah.
So if anything is 0 is the worst, is Wackington DC.
Standardized scale, man.
Yeah. There we go.
0
Standardized,
Wackington DC.
Mm-hmm. No disrespect to Washington DC. So 2 would be what?
Decent.
And then 1 is meh.
Yeah.
We'll roll with that for now.
Right,
we'll spruce it up as we go along.
Fine-tune the scale at some point,
man.
you know
Stop
what I'm
worrying
saying?
about the damn scale all the time, man. Dang, the council.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. That's all you need to know. All right, yeah.
The
Let's get
council
down to
itself
this.
now. Aesthetics. Where you at on aesthetics?
Aesthetics?
Yeah.
Well, let me first start out by saying we got different switches. Man.
Yeah, because you can do that.
Yeah, my
It's
boy
an
got
option.
the gray. He got the charcoal. You know what I'm saying? Which is what I wanted, actually.
I like yours. Like, I think they're both good.
Yeah.
I kind of think the gray is like boring, and I was like, I'm not a boring person. Like, I'm going to get like other stuff in the future, but it's simple.
It is, man. And like, I didn't think I was gonna like the blue and red, but I like it, man.
Yeah.
Aesthetically, I'm giving it junk. I don't want to just rush into giving everything threes, but like, I got to get that a 3, man.
You gonna give it 3?
I'm gonna give it at least 2.
I'm gonna give it a 2 on the strength that it's not in my favorite color yet.
It will be.
That's what I'm saying. When that happens, then I'll go ahead and give it that 3-star.
Yeah.
Right now, decent. Right under 3-star. Don't get it twisted. And that's just color, like aesthetically, and that's the only reason I'm giving it the 2 instead of the 3 is because it's not in orange. At least the Joy-Con. I don't need this part to be orange.
Yeah.
But when the Joy-Cons come in an orange and like a good orange, not like a burnt orange or anything. But then I'll go ahead and give it that. But with that said, everything else I think is perfect.
Heck yeah.
Enough real estate on the screen to me for portable. Because we get caught up in this world where, you know, we get all these big things. Then the iPad became too big and they had to make a mini. Now it's too small. Do we want things big or small? Like all these things, now the phones used to be that big. Now we got the big phones, and now the mega phones are too big, then they make them small again. So I think this is the perfect real estate size.
It is, yo.
It's the perfect amount of screen for me. That's me speaking. I don't need any more. I don't need any less. You know what I'm saying?
Because remember, I was scared to play Zelda off the damn TV.
Yeah.
But I'll talk about that in a minute here. But yo, this is how I feel. Like, yo, Nintendo, if you're doing research right now, trying to see what the people want, I seen a picture that I've come to the conclusion was photoshopped to begin with, but the junk looked tight.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm thinking, man. And this is somebody else's idea, but I seen the junk and it looks so tight. Like, you gotta do this, Reggie. All right, so I seen the Splatoon edition of Joy-Con. You know what I'm saying? Which is like, that purple green.
Oh,
you can look the
that's
junk
right.
up and
That's
see it.
hot. You right.
It was the purple green.
Now I might like that more than the orange.
So like it was like a more like royal blue with the orange. You know what I'm saying? And then like that bright green with the purple, man. The junk looked so tight.
Junk, man.
Nintendo, Splatoon, Joy-Con, man. Get it. Both color combinations. Reggie, I'm talking to you, man. You can throw that picture like Reggie, like.
Yeah. What's up, Reggie? What's good? That's our Reggie bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, we pimp Reggie out here. You know what I'm saying? Reggie, like, you know, we respect his little status. What, is he CEO or something?
Yeah, man.
But we gonna talk to him like he a man. He put on his pants the same way as I do. One leg at a time. But shout out to Reggie, do his thing. He holding down that Nintendo America. You know, had them extra 500,000 copies hidden somewhere.
Hell yeah, man. On the slide.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Reggie know what it is, man. Yeah.
Are these official?
No, these are not.
They need to be.
Fan-made.
Man, even that Wario Luigi one looks tight,
Bro.
yo. But yeah, that Splatoon, man.
Hot,
Hey,
yo.
I'm just gonna get whatever one you don't get if they do come out with that junk.
I might have to get more than one. I mean, $70, but damn, man. So yeah, like aesthetically, the only thing is just they only came out with the 2 colors. So like I said, in a year from now, it'll be 3 out of 3.
Yeah, I don't. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying, man. It's a solid 2, but it is like teetering on 3. And when these Joy-Cons drop, man, which they will, Nintendo's gonna see this thing and be like, we have to do that.
Nintendo's
and
focusing.
You do, Reggie. You do. And then we're gonna buy the junk.
Like right now, Nintendo's just focusing on keeping up with what they can keep up with because they're having a hard time.
They're having supply issues right now.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They got the classic and then the Switch and then the docks and all that, making enough docks. So let them get, like, once they get all that out the way, then they can focus on these type of things and they'll be in the store.
Yeah. But when I get that junk on my Switch, at that point, it's gonna go from that 2 to a 3. Next category, man, we should score this junk on is ergonomic. Let's score the junk per mode. I'm gonna tell you right now, they all 3s. For me.
Okay. Okay.
Easily for me, man, that's a 3.
All right, so let's start with the tabletop mode. Now, to me, remember I was like, because I was playing with that one for the longest. You have the left, right? As of right now, you have the left Joy-Con in your hand.
Yeah, I got the left stick.
Now, it should be known, I thought they were both the same.
They're not equally spaced.
They're not equally spaced, but so I was playing with the left when I first played any 2-player mode with that. So I thought this was the norm. So I'm just doing me, boo, 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 do, 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 snip, clip. And then we played another game. We played Bomberman, and then I had this one. And I was like, hold up, something ain't right here. And that's why I was like, I had that one or something. But then you was like, no, it's just a little more this way in the middle. And I was like, well, that ain't gonna be right. But then after playing Bomberman, I forgot all about it, and now I think I actually prefer
the junk in the middle.
Yeah, because there's never been a controller with this. Well, I guess the 64, but like having that in the middle. I like that instead of like here, like my thumb naturally rests. They did a good job. Like where's a man's hand naturally gonna rest? Like my hand naturally rests like here, but here, you know, I'll probably have to come back here, and then I can still hit my LRs up here. Ergos are like just straight on point, yo.
Yeah,
like
I'm
tabletop
good
mode.
At this point.
I'll
I
go
played
ahead
enough with both controllers.
Yeah.
That I'm like, the positioning of the junk really don't matter to me. Like you prefer that junk, I could go either way, man.
Yeah.
Like. It does not feel this small though.
Yeah.
It doesn't to me. Like it just feels comfortable.
No.
Like I like the junk.
And with that, I'm not gonna give it 3 because I'm ordering this part off of Amazon that's gonna enhance it. I don't know if like just having the rails here kind of throws me off. Not that it's a necessarily bad thing, but like they're there. But what I thought it was gonna be hard to push these and they're not.
Yeah.
Because I was like, damn, I'm like, especially because like when you want to have these now.
And now that's what I was gonna say.
Like, I forgot.
What I am gonna say is
I
might
have to take that back. I might have to take that back because you do have these, and this changes the game. Now I have to almost take it back because my complaint is gone. My complaint is gone. The rail is gone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I prefer the jump with the grip on it, just because like it's I don't know. You can press the buttons easy.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just as good this way. I just prefer it with the grip.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, I mean, either way. I'm happy.
Yeah, but yo, tabletop mode, don't think about this junk strictly at the house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can do this anywhere, man. You take it to the park. They was at school getting busy.
So yeah, the ergos here, like I'm playing and I'm not realizing I'm playing like with this controller situation.
Yeah,
you know?
that's what I'm saying.
Like, everything's really perfect. These jumps are precise as hell too. Playing Breath of the Wild.
Man. God, dog.
Like with the aiming little arrow jumps, like
the motion controls.
Yeah,
and like it's pretty good with Just Dance. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so what's next mode?
I be just calling the jump Wii U mode.
All right, cool. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so the Wii U look-alike, right? People don't like that. That's not a directional pad. I do like that it's not a directional pad because I'm the type when I'm playing like these games that need it, I'll accidentally hit like down instead of right. So like you can't do that there.
Yeah.
Now it might be hard to do Hadouken. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With that, because you know you can't emulate this direction is missing. But I like that it's like that. Now what somebody brought up is like, so you know how you do have your D-pad?
Yeah.
Somebody would think Nintendo is gonna come out with a Joy-Con that's on this side that has this there. So people that do want the D-pad can have it. Like I don't see myself necessarily needing it, but like a lot of people, like people that play that fighting game, they might desire it.
This is the thing, man. Street Fighter coming out. King of Fighters is already out if you mess with SNK or Neo Geo. You can play the junk with these.
Yeah.
Like in this mode.
But that's how fans
like
playing.
We get down right now like this. Like, you know, you pick your fighter, I pick my fighter.
Yep.
And we get down. Like, thing is like you ain't gonna be using the D-pad anyway. You're gonna be using the stick if you're doing it like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, yo, tabletop mode.
I'm gonna go ahead and
I like tabletop mode.
I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 3. I'll come back off my 2 and go ahead and give tabletop a 3.
Yo,
because you don't know, like if I come up with all these shortcomings in my head, when I start playing, they disappear.
Yeah, that's what
they're
I'm saying,
they're all visual. They're all stimulated off of what I think may happen and not what really happens. So yeah, I'm coming back off of that. Coming back off that 2. I'm gonna go ahead and give tabletop a 3, even though I don't have those pieces yet. Because once I start playing the game, all that disappears. I'm not thinking about, man, I wish I had that piece. I'm like, oh, we gotta get this junk.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I'll go ahead and do that. Tabletop mode, also I'm giving it 3 because that's the mode I play. No, not tabletop. Wii U mode.
Yeah, Voltron mode.
Yeah. I'm giving that a 3 because that's probably I got the most hours in that mode as of right now. Because it's still marketed as a home console, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I play mostly portable. Even like here, sometimes I come home, I was like, oh, okay, I just want to play for a little bit. You know, I don't really need the TV, you know what I'm saying? I'll play here, I'll have my music popping off,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Have a glass of wine, and just be going in, like
Perfect,
handheld
man.
mode. I'm gonna hit y'all with a quick antidote. Make sure you protect your Switch as the best as you can. You know, them guns, you know, anything in this world can be scratched, even a diamond. So, hey, protect your necks out there, man. You know what it is. That's the thing about this society too, man. Take care of what you got. You done spent $300. Somebody shouldn't even tell you do this and that. This shit. Take care of it. You know what I'm saying? You pay all this money for these equipments. We got all this stuff, and then people be out there breaking them. I'm trying to be treated like a king. Even my shoes, people be like, dang, you just get them. Like, nah, I had these for 2 years, dog. I take care of them. So yeah, man, that's the antidote on that. Handheld mode, desktop mode is going to be a 3. You know, the TV's got to be a 3. And then you can play like with the most controllers you can play with. You can play with the Pro. You can play like this.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
There's so many configurations, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to find a configuration you like more than others. Like, I think we both like Voltron mode, or like the Wii U jump.
Yeah, because sometimes I be playing tabletop mode or handheld mode too long. Then I put it on the TV. It's like, dang, this junk like really popping now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's there like when you just want to go max out.
But even the opposite though, like,
like,
so I was playing Zelda. You know what I'm saying? I'm playing the junk. You know what I'm saying? On TV strictly, man. Cause I haven't I want to put myself in a mood to play the junk. Like I gotta be fully immersed in the game. I was only playing that junk in TV mode up till a few nights ago. So I took the junk, like put it in Voltron mode. You know what I mean? Cranked up Zelda. I thought there was gonna be like a quality loss, man. The junk looks still super crisp, man. It was not a difference, man, going from the TV to that. There is a difference, but not a noticeable one. If anything, the junk looks just as crisp to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so almost 3 out of 3. So aesthetics, ergonomics, performance. I'm now that can't get a 3 yet from me.
Nah, neither
you know, I ain't gonna super fanboy out on it.
It ain't getting no 0 or 1 though, neither. I'm giving that junk a solid 2 for it.
And that's on the strength of it being new and it can still be perfected.
Yeah, there's bugs. You know what I'm saying?
And every
Just
console
like
has had its chance, just like we mentioned before.
Yeah, man.
Xbox and PlayStation, you know, just give it its time and it will shine.
Blue screens and red frames, you know what I'm saying? And so what, man? Your Joy-Con froze up once.
And I know people are gonna say, well, that's what it's for in the prototype stage. Yeah, man, for real. Like, yeah, but that's still probably only 10 or 12 that they messing with. You talking about 2 million in the world now.
200 million.
You know what I'm saying? that's different. Like, you can build a perfect 12, and then that 13th one you didn't build might be the one that got out. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, and then it's like a manufacturing process. Nothing is going to be exactly perfect. It might just be one day there was a lot of dust in the factory. You know what I'm saying? And then it messed up a batch. That's why they're put out in lots, so you can catch that lot that got jacked up and bring them back. My expectations are in line with reality. So I'm not going to go out here and like hype it up, and I'm not going to be too hard on it because I just understand how these things work.
Yeah,
so
this is the first system.
Yeah, even with the bugs and all that, like people still rocking with it. So that's another reason why it's a 2 and not a 1. Like people like, this and this wrong, but it's still the truth because the concept is fresh and the concept is new. Definitely like 2 on that category. What category was it again?
I don't know.
What were we talking about?
Performance.
Oh yeah, performance. So definitely like 2 in the performance range because it does have its little shortcomings, but though it's not mass spread. They're isolated incidents. So if 2 million got sold, I honestly think there's only about 1,000 or less that are affected.
Yeah. And then like, you know, there's gonna be the cats that want to compare the junk to the PlayStation 4, to the Xbox One. Look, man, I got mad love for the Xbox One. PlayStation 4, yeah, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? But let's get something straight right now. This ain't a home console or a handheld. It's neither and both. So until you're messing with something like this on this level, don't be making comparisons.
Well,
you know
look, those two things are a highway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then the Nintendo Switch is an expressway. They look the same, they sound the same, but they're not the same. Just because something they're almost similar. It's like Kakashi told Naruto. It's like, I know, I get it. It's like, no. You think you get it, you think you understand, but that's not exactly the same thing as understanding. They're close enough, but not the same. So that's what the same thing here. A highway and expressway are two different things. They look the same, they may display the same type of functionality, but they're different. You know, expressway usually is a tollway, right? A highway is usually government or free to use, you know, but people... So they're different. They're not the same. So that's why I say PlayStation, Xbox, they're playing in their own world, and then this is playing in its own world. It's just different, man.
Exactly. It's like the New Jersey Turnpike.
I'm glad you brought that
versus
up.
the Garden State Parkway. You know what I'm saying? So like versus the Atlantic City Expressway.
And I was like, there was a video. I didn't even click the damn video. It was on YouTube, like comparing it to the PS. Like, why are you even doing that?
Yeah, don't stop with the comparisons, man.
Like, bro, it's not even meant to, like, Nintendo wasn't even like, here's the thing. All these little Microsoft and Sony people stay thinking about Nintendo. Man, Nintendo ain't even think about these cats. They be like, let's just come up with something. They don't be like, so what's PlayStation doing?
Nintendo ain't sweating
what's Xbox doing?
Nintendo is not sweating.
They don't even know these guys be existing, I bet, man.
Heck yeah.
So stop the comparing on that, man. Performance, 2 out of 3. And I can see a 3 out of 3 with the next few iterations that come out. Just like the 3DS. The 3DS this didn't start out as
the 3DS
think about when
evolved.
It started. Yeah.
The 3DS evolved
from the
man.
DS, from that big blocky thing, right? That Kat and Glenn had, to this, which is like perfection now.
Yeah, I love the 3DS.
So this is gonna go through the same thing. It's gonna evolve. It's gonna become perfect. Like we might look back at this thing and be like, oh, this is John Bobo. You know, because that's how I kind of look at the first DS that ever came out. Like, damn, but it's gotta start somewhere.
Who's the king of smoothies? Smoothie king, baby, all day.
Yeah, right. I got my junk, but I can't wait for everybody to get their junk.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? I got mine, you get yours. In a quick like fashion.
Especially with this new Nintendo Online experience coming, you know what I'm saying? Get some voice chat popping on.
I will say like a good thing about like this little zone, because like I talked to more people at work like that couldn't really afford it, but now like since they couldn't be able to get it, they saved up more money. Now they can kind of get it with ease, so it's not gonna be like.
See, which is tight, man.
Yeah, so, like,
it's actually kind of a strategy.
Yeah, it gives you a buffer zone, because like they would have broke the bank. Like dude was like debating to pay rent or get a Switch. I was like, dog, you gotta get your priorities together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now he saved a couple more paychecks.
Question, you know what I'm saying?
Because I was like, why you didn't get it? He's like, well, you know, I had zero money because I went on and paid my rent. I was like, well, that's probably a good thing.
Heck yeah.
And
but now that he's seen the Switch, now that he know it do what it do.
Yeah, and it do what it do.
And he got more time because the John sold out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and he been working.
That
doubles,
gives him a chance to like save up for the gym. Dude's coming in on doubles trying to get that Switch money. You know what I'm saying?
And that's just for like, you gotta think about like kids in middle school and maybe hopefully you have a job by high school, but like they can save up their little allowance. Just give them a month to do that.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
And yo, $300 is affordable for a console.
Yeah,
you know
I even think for middle school, like if I was in middle school,
yeah, man,
I was getting $20 a week on an allowance, and then I had my little hustle, like walk dogs and babysat. So you know, I've had money. I knew how to get money since middle school. I bought my own video games in middle school. Like my parents, I got like the console for Christmas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't have to get the console, but I bought my own games. So I could see myself like if I was in middle school and beyond, paying for it out of my pocket without it being a big deal. Because in high school, I bought my GameCube. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, you know, just took my little tip money and got my GameCube. So, yeah, this is, I think, $299. This is a price point review. 3 out of 3?
Yeah.
I don't even know though, that like, $250 like might have been lowballing it. Like I almost think would feel bad for paying $250. Not that I wouldn't use $50 in my pocket, but I'm saying like man, it kind of cheapens it up.
Yeah, $300. I think they came to a perfect price. Yeah. Now that being said, like if you got complaints about the what's that thing?
The grip
too. The junk that came with it.
Oh, the dog face.
Yeah, the dog face. You got a problem with the dog face. You know what I mean? If it feels too like cheap or whatever for you, if the dock feels like, you know what I'm saying, Wackington DC. I mean, if the junk was on point, the junk would be like $450. You know what I'm saying? So that was
that's cheaped out there. They
thing,
cheaped
you know?
out.
But they did it with what they could afford to do it with. You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
Do it there. And I bet you they might do this in the future. They can knock this junk down to $250, sell it dockless, and that little plastic other piece, the dog face, sell it without those two, and then just put an adapter here.
Yep.
Because I think they're gonna have to not get rid of the dock, but come up with a substitute that's not a third party that Nintendo will come out with, where it doesn't like touch the screen or something. And then throw that in the box, and I bet you they get it down to $250 like that.
Yeah. Let's talk about the dock right quick.
I'm gonna go ahead and get the dock to 0 out of 0. I gotta do it. It's Wackington.
It is, man. It really is. I mean, it does. The function of it is awesome. Making the junk go to your TV.
But I think they could have did that without the dock.
Oh yeah, certainly. Yeah. But that's the only. I'm saying like the functionality. I'm talking. What I'm talking about is strictly design right now.
Plastic.
Design
that piece of plastic,
it is whack, yo. It's definitely a 0, man. First of all, scratching your junk, which I don't have to deal with that just because I'm being super careful right now. But like, just the fact that has happened to people, that's a major negative. Second thing is the junk just feels like empty Coke can. It's mad light, which is fine, I guess. Like if you're going for like portability or whatever, there's some design flaws in the back vents.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Are covered. That's the major.
That's the biggest one. It has to be.
Hands down. Yo, Nintendo.
And then, but they knew it was a problem because they got vents here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
So you got to make the connection there.
Nintendo, all you had to do was cut out a piece of plastic.
See, I don't even think. I don't even think people at Nintendo had anything to do with it.
Yeah, I don't think so either, man.
Like it was just something. Somebody dropped the ball. Like not the higher ups, and not the people in design. Like there's probably some new cat coming along trying to be like down and work his way up. It's like, all right, Jimmy. That's all you had to do is worry about the dock. You got it, Jimmy? Can you take care of it, Jimmy? I got it. Oh, yeah. And they tried to do the most and did the worst by not putting them the slits on the back.
Yeah. Does it stand up straight? Yes. Yeah. Could it possibly contribute to your system having problems because it's overheating? Yeah.
Yeah. That's the big.
You gotta have them vents, man. That's the thing about vents.
And it's
plastic.
One way. I can almost get a solder or a micro drill and go ahead and drill some holes in the back.
I mean, really, you could. That's what I'm saying. All it needed was a couple holes, man, for the vent.
Another reason I'm giving it 0 out of 0 because I was scared to use the junk for like 2-3 days. The first 2-3 days. You
had me so shook about them scratches.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just gonna plug the junk straight in.
That's what I'm saying. So like,
I didn't even want to play the junk on my TV, man. Then I had that Zelda, and I was like, man, I gotta do it.
Yeah, you got it. Like, and then just. And then with that said, I'm still gonna give it 0 out of 0. But with that said, I've seen videos where people are like jamming the junk in there and like trying to get it scratched and it won't scratch for anything.
Nothing.
So with that, but what I read is like some of the cuts were cut like a little bit, like even a millimeter too close, and that's close enough to scratch.
Yeah.
So it was maybe a bad batch or two that got in there that the people are dealing with out in the wild, in the public.
I ain't gonna be one of them dudes that's constantly giving shit like 3 stars, but I gotta give this a 3 star.
So you giving it 3 overall?
I'm giving, despite the design flaw in that damn dock, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the issue that like I feel like not comfortable carrying the junk without a case yet.
Yeah.
Aside from that, like man, still my overall experience is a 3.
Damn.
Like I'm taking it into account, but I'm like the good just overshadows the bad so much that I'm like, man, F that damn dock. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, this is a 3-star console, man. Out of 3.
Yeah.
For me, anyway.
I'm gonna say 2 on the strength that the dock, the performance isn't there yet. It's quite there, like because I gave it a 2 on the performance, and then all the games aren't out yet. Even though Zelda's like the good game, but like
Zelda.
Like, I want Mario Kart to be out right now.
We can talk about
Mario
Zelda
Kart and Splatoon could have came out, I think, at launch, but they wanted to spread the games out, which is fine.
I feel like at least one Mario
title. Come on, you gotta let
Mario
Kart because it's not like Splatoon is fine because it's Splatoon 2. You know what I'm saying? Mario Kart 8 is just the definitive edition.
A Mario has to be involved in the launch, man. So like you kind of dropped the ball in that Nintendo.
Yeah. So especially like it's not a new Mario Kart.
Yeah.
It's just a definitive edition.
Yeah, exactly,
with all the DLC man. And all that.
Yeah, so, you're right, man.
Like that could have came out.
Like that could have been a launch. Should be in the eShop right now.